Hello, it's May 20th and I finally planted my tomatoes. Now if you remember and have seen my video, I sowed them on February 23rd or 24th, and I did that because normally 8 weeks after that, at the second half of April, I'm able to plant them. But this year everything was different. It was colder, it was darker, and we still had frosts through April and at the beginning of May, and so I didn't start planting them until the 9th of May. I planted a couple and the rest of them I planted today. So yeah, I'll show you how I did that. The plants were very leggy, most of them. They really didn't look like anything you would still want to put in your garden. But plants are resilient. These really want to grow, and tomatoes are great because they make roots all along their stems if you bury them into the soil. So yeah, I planted some plants that really looked beyond help, but I'll show you how I did that, and then later on in the season we can see how it worked. All right, some of my tomatoes are very, very leggy. As I've said before, with March and April being so dark and we don't use grow lights, they just didn't have enough light, so they're very leggy. I'm going to be planting this one lying down. Others are great, so I'm just going to make a regular planting hole. And this one is kind of in between, so I'm going to be planting that diagonally into the ground, just to make put more of the stem in the soil, because everywhere along here where it touches the soil, it will make new roots. So I'm just going to put it in deeper to give it more stability. All right, I like using this bulb planter. You just twist it into the soil, and then to drop the soil again, you press the two sides here. And I'm just going to plant the first one here. Now we don't usually dig, and I don't like to disturb the soil, but in this case I need to make the planting holes wide and deep, so I don't have much of a choice. And you can see here the root system doesn't have all that many roots, not very healthy looking. We had gnats, or rather gnat larvae, and lost very many of our plants completely. So the root systems aren't too good. But these plants want to live, and they will form new roots. So I'm just going to firm that in, and later on I'm going to just clip it to the pole here. All right, one down, 7 to go. All right, so this one is a clementine. It's not very big. They were all sown at the same time. It's not very big, but they want to live. They'll be fine. And I plant them all deeper, even the ones that are looking fine, that have good roots, or that are growing up straight. I plant them all deeper to give them more stability. Oh, and if you look here, here's one that self-seeded last year. I'm just going to leave that in and see what it is. Okay. Ready?
Ready, steady, go.
All right. This one is one of the ones that are really bad looking, and I can also see here that the stem has been eaten by fungus gnat larvae, but I'm still going to try it. It has leaf growth up here, and whether it has roots or not, I'm still going to put it in the ground, but I'm going to plant it lying down to give it more contact to soil. Just going to dig a bit deeper at the end of the planting hole. All right. This is called Lehrertomate, teacher tomato. I have never tried this. It's a new variety for us. Oh, there's a slug at the bottom here. That one is going to die soon. All right, just put it in the hole. Careful that I don't crush the stem. And I'm going to be tying it very loosely here, just so it doesn't break here where it's coming, where it's turning upwards. And since it goes towards the light, it'll be fine. I'm very optimistic that even this plant will make it. So, as you were able to see, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. My plants were leggy. My plants had no root systems to speak of. The gnats did their part. Some of the stems were half eaten, but I did put them in the ground, and I'm optimistic that we're going to get some good plants this summer, some good tomatoes. So even though we were off to a bumpy start, I'm very certain we'll have a good harvest off of these plants, and I look forward to sharing it with you. Bye.